Alright, let's be honest. If you're free to play and stuck, chances are you're making one of two mistakes. Either you're upgrading way too many cards, or you're playing the wrong deck for your skill level. So today, I'm going to fix that by giving you the 3 easiest decks to climb with, even if you're 100% free to play. And I don't mean theoretical pro decks. I mean practical, consistent decks that actually win games without requiring insane mechanics. By the end, you'll know exactly which deck you should pick, how to upgrade it, and how to stick with it long enough to hit your goals. Let's start with deck number 1, Hog 2.6 Cycle. Now, I know what you're thinking, but everyone plays Hog Rider. And you're right, because it works. Hog 2.6 is probably the single most reliable deck for free-to-play players. It's cheap, it's fast, and it doesn't rely on legendaries. Your core cards are Hog Rider, Cannon, Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Fireball, Musketeer, Ice Golem, and Log. The beauty of this deck is how simple it looks, but how deep it really is. You're constantly cycling back to your Hog, chipping away at towers. If your Hog is underleveled, it doesn't matter, because the deck is built to pressure constantly and defend cheaply. And since most of the cards are common or rare, they're easy to max. That means as F to P, you can get this deck fully leveled months before you'd ever max a legendary deck. Now, let's break it down. What's the secret to winning with Hog Cycle? It's all about learning defense first. If you can defend with just Skeletons and Ice Spirit, you're golden. Don't waste Elixir over defending. Practice trading 2 Elixir for 4 or 5. Then use that extra Elixir to keep dropping Hog Riders at the bridge. The pressure forces mistakes, and mistakes mean crowns. My advice? Spend at least a week playing only this deck, no switching. You'll quickly see how much easier ladder feels when you've mastered one archetype. Okay, deck number 2, Royal Giant Furnace Control. This one is the definition of easy to learn, hard to beat. Royal Giant used to be hated for being brain dead, but in reality, it's one of the most reliable ladder decks for players who don't want to stress about precise micromechanics. The setup is simple. Place your furnace, build slow pushes with Royal Giant behind your King Tower, and watch as your opponent scrambles to defend. The key here is patience. You're not rushing at the bridge like Hog, you're controlling tempo. And here's why it's amazing for free to play. Royal Giant is a common card. That means you'll be swimming in upgrades. If you focus on this deck, you can hit tower melting levels of RG faster than most pay-to-win players can max their flashy legendaries. The synergy is beautiful too. Furnace constantly chips towers and forces responses. Guards or skeleton army help you defend against tanks. Lightning or Fireball clear annoying defenses. You don't need to be a pro, you just need to know when to stack pushes and when to defend. If you're someone who struggles with fast cycle but wants something safer and more forgiving, Royal Giant Furnace is your best friend. Now, deck number 3, Expo 2.9 Cycle. Yes, the infamous Siege deck. Why am I recommending it? Because if you actually take the time to learn it, it teaches you game sense like no other deck. And as a free-to-play player, learning Expo is like learning the secret language of Clash Royale. The core is Expo, Tesla, Archers, Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Log, Fireball, and Ice Golem. Just like Hog, the cards are cheap and mostly commons or rares, which means they're easy to upgrade. The strategy is simple. Set up your defenses, wait for your opponent to waste Elixir, then drop an Expo and lock on. It feels unfair once you master the rhythm. And here's the kicker. Even if you don't stick with Expo forever, training with it will improve your decision-making with every other deck you ever play. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but which of these 3 should I pick? That's where your personality comes in. If you love constant pressure and quick games, go Hog Cycle. If you like slow, safe, controlled games, go Royal Giant. If you're the kind of player who enjoys outsmarting opponents and punishing mistakes, go Expo. None of them require legendary cards to start, and all of them scale beautifully as you upgrade. Here's an important tip. Don't just play the deck, study it. Go on YouTube, search for high-level players using the same deck, and watch how they defend different matchups. Take notes. Literally. Pause the video, write down how they counter balloon, how they stop giant double prints, how they deal with minor poison. Then go test it yourself. Improvement doesn't happen just by playing. It happens by intentional practice. Another mistake to avoid. Don't chase what's meta this week. Look, meta decks come and go, but fundamentals stay the same. If you commit to Hog, Royal Giant, or Expel, you'll always have a viable ladder deck, no matter the balance changes. And as a free-to-play player, stability is your best weapon. You don't have the luxury of switching every patch. The whale who spends $500 might swap to the new hotness instantly, but you'll still beat him if you've mastered your one deck. Now let's talk motivation, because this is where most free-to-play players give up. The climb is slow. You might hit walls where your cards feel underleveled. That's normal. The trick is to stay consistent. Don't waste gold on side cards. Don't panic upgrade because you saw a pro winning with Phoenix or Monk. Stay focused. Every request, every chest, every win, every loss, it's all adding to your deck's power. Think of it like training in the gym. It's not about one big workout. It's about showing up every day. And if you want a mindset hack, don't just count trophies. Track your improvements in skill. Did you defend a balloon with skeletons and ice spirit for the first time? That's progress. Did you predict a miner with guards? That's progress. Write those moments down. Because when the climb feels endless, those little wins remind you that you're improving, even if the trophies don't show it yet. So let's wrap this up. If you're serious about climbing free to play, you need to stop spreading yourself thin and start focusing. Pick one of these 3 decks: Hog Cycle, Royal Giant Control, or Expo Cycle. Commit to it. Upgrade only those 8 cards. Learn the matchups. Watch pros. Practice daily. And most importantly, don't give up when it feels slow. You are literally building your account from the ground up, and every smart decision compounds over time. Trust me, stick with it. And a few months from now, you'll look back and laugh at the time you were stuck in mid-ladder. You'll be the one other players complain about, how is this free-to-play guy so good? And the answer is simple, because you played smarter, not richer. And hey, if you want more free-to-play tips like this every single day, make sure you hit subscribe. We're building a community of grinders who don't need to spin to win, and you don't want to miss the next one.